Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I am your host, Jayden Ginswider. Joining me, of course, is my co-host, former DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Champion Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
Oh, I'm all right.
Seems like it.
Bad timing.
Of course, as always, just some stuff here at the top. We have merch. It's hdhpod.bigcartel.com. I believe we've been throwing that in the description of the episodes. If not, I'll try to remember to start doing that this week. But definitely down there in the description, we have we do have the merch will be in the description. We have our drop kicked. I finally went through and updated mine a bunch. And then of course, just shout out to my boy on Twitch, BGO Sinper. That's BGO SINPER. He's been shouting us out on his Twitch streams, so we'll shout him out here every week. On this week's show, we got a big news week, and also we're doing a theme song bracket. So this is our first bracket type arrangement here, and it is of pro wrestling theme songs. But first, of course, our collar and elbow question. Shane, who in your mind are the best glue guys in wrestling history? The guys that just bring a roster together, not stars, maybe one or two world title reigns here and there, but not perennial main eventers, just guys who always held the roster together.
I think of Baron Corbin as being one of those guys in the modern
Mm-hmm.
era. Always that safe hand. They throw him out there for everybody who's like new,
Mm-hmm.
creating a push, creating whatever. He's always seems to be with them. I think like Dean Malenko,
That's a great one. That's a great
another
one.
glue guy. The 2000s. Chavo was, I guess, a good example of a glue guy in the 2000s. He
Yeah.
was always around the SmackDown 6. He was
Mm-hmm.
the gluey guy of that.
Yeah. I have Claudio. I think in WWE and in AEW, he's been a great glue guy. Rob Van Dam was one I thought of. I mean, obviously in ECW he was a star, but in WWE I think he really was a glue guy. Christian in WWE. I mean, in TNA he may have been more of a main eventer, but in WWE, and then now in AEW he's kind of more in a vet role than a glue guy role.
Yeah.
Um, and then right now I think one of the best examples is Kyle O'Reilly. I think he really serves a great role on that AEW roster, and yeah, so I think he's a great one. I like the Dean Malenko shout. Honestly, I think even though he's no, I don't think that would work. But yeah, Dean Malenko is a great example. Was Ricky Steamboat? Do you think he was too much of a main eventer?
I mean, I feel like he had like his moments, but he definitely had multiple really big matches to the point where I don't think he'd be a glue guy.
Okay, yeah, I didn't. I just it's just one I thought of, but a lot of great ones. Like I mean, throughout the Attitude Era, like Bradshaw, and then kind of had his moment as JBL, but I think that's a great one too. So, outside the ring news, starting off in AEW, we have a date for Ring of Honor Final Battle. It'll take place on December 5th at GalaxyCon. I don't know where that is. I didn't look at it, but so Mark,
Columbus.
it's in Columbus.
Yeah, remember that like convention center they had it in last year in Columbus?
No, I completely forgot about this.
Yeah, okay, so that's
Um,
what they're gonna be doing.
all right, cool. So yeah, that'll be December 5th, Ring of Honor Final Battle. Speaking of pay-per-view dates, apparently, according to some reporting, WWE is planning to add a pay-per-view on September 20th, which just so happens to be the same day as All Out in Toronto this year. So, thoughts on this, Shane?
It's different strokes for different folks. It's the people who are gonna be watching WWE one over AEW one are never probably gonna be watching AEW one in the first place.
Yeah,
So to me the idea of counter programming is just so like not a big deal to me.
it's a nothing burger, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Okay. I think it's only a confusing move to me, because there's no way it could reflect positively on WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be the same thing if it was AEW too. It's all about who takes the date second. You know, if WWE announced Survivor Series on November whatever, and then AEW announced Full Gear will be the same day, then AEW would be the problem one here. But you're right. At the same time, ultimately, they're almost two different products. WWE is barely pro wrestling. So it's like if it's Avengers and some A24 movie opening on the same day, not a lot of crossover in who's going to see both.
Yeah.
Um, in some bigger WWE news, a judge has denied Janelle Grant's team's request to depose Dr. Carlin Kolker, approves requests for medical and communication records. So basically, what this means is Dr. Kolker will not be brought in for deposition. He will not be brought in to, um, speak in the trial, but he will have to give Janelle Grant's medical and communication records over to her attorneys. So, more positive movement on the Janelle Grant case. Um, Something that is exciting to see. Always. You got anything, Shane?
No, not really. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that, like with big court cases like this, it's very incremental movement until one day something big happens. But I think
yeah,
it is um, important to always always report on the incremental movement. Just keep talking about it. Keep making it a point. Just making a point to keep bringing it up and keep it in the public eye, I think, is important. WWE this week announced a new ESPN deal. Later this month, ESPN is launching their own streaming service called Flagship. If you already have some sort of cable provider or YouTube TV, Hulu Live, whatever, that provides you ESPN, you'll get Flagship for free by just logging in with that. If not, it'll be $30 a month. And of course, it'll have all kinds of sports. I believe it'll have the live channels of ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, all that. And starting in 2026, it will have WWE pay-per-views. So, Shane, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's fine because most people are going to have it without paying the 30.
Mm-hmm.
I think that being the big deal is kind of a
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get it to watch WWE. I'm probably gonna pay the 30 to watch so I can watch Monday Night Football while I'm at work. But
yeah.
that's that's probably all I'm gonna buy it for sports. So we'll see. But yeah, are you gonna get it?
I already have it
Oh, you
with
already
the
have it.
YouTube TV. Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool. Um, and then I think what's been talked about quite a bit this week, kind of what I think I've seen the most chatter about online is Karrion Kross and Scarlett leave the WWE. Ashanti the Adonis also left, but I don't think anyone's talked about that for a second.
well,
So,
actually, I did see talk about Asante leaving. It's because he was gonna get released in May,
uh huh.
but they realized it wouldn't be worth it because his contract was up. The 90 days would have been up at like right after the contract ended, so they just didn't even bother.
Um, Karrion Kross, what are your thoughts?
I mean, he he's not very good in the ring.
No,
No
he's not.
offense.
I mean, he's fine in the ring.
He's okay.
He doesn't blow you away.
He's a glue guy if the glue was like kind of drying out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people have been talking like, what are your favorite Karrion Cross matches? I think the only two that stick out at all is a few months ago he had a pretty good Raw match with AJ, but it's AJ Styles. And then I did like the Hammerstone match from the Chris Bay benefit show. I thought that was a fun match.
I
I didn't
liked
think
his
it was main
blood
event
sport
worthy.
match, but
It's Bloodsport. um, so really, I think the ceiling on Karrion Cross outside WWE is probably like TNA or MLW, something.
it's MLW. Even if TNA, he burned the bridge with Anthem. He's not
Okay.
going back there. AEW is not going to until Don Callis leaves and Tony Khan
And
has a brain
honestly,
aneurysm.
I'm about to say, what would he even do in AEW? Like he'd
Do
be
the
a Ring
exact
of
same
Honor.
shit he's doing in WWE.
Yeah, he'd be a Ring of Honor regular. He'd be like the new leader of the Righteous or something. Um, but I think MLW is probably the best place for him. Ashanti the Adonis though could be an interesting X Division competitor in TNA. Um, I like I said, I could also see him just kind of touring the Indies and appearing all over the place, but I think he'd be interesting in TNA.
He might probably go to TNA with Top Dollar.
Yeah. And then so when Brock Lesnar came back at SummerSlam, in that post show, they didn't do a press conference, but they did do a post show where they interviewed Triple H for a bit. You know, we talked about last week there were "We want Cross" chants, and he went, "Oh, you want Brock? You got him." Well, the another thing he said in that interview is that John Cena has been very very involved in picking his opponents for his retirement tour, picking what he does for his retirement tour. Um, so kind of saying, "Hey, John wanted Brock," and then John Cena said in an interview this week, "I've never once chosen my opponent."
Maybe you shouldn't have brought him back.
Yeah.
Maybe you
So
shouldn't have brought him back. I don't know. It seems like this would have been a simple issue that could have been fixed with one simple fix.
I just think it's really funny that Triple H tried to make it a Cena thing, and Cena was like, "Fuck no, dude." Basically, I read the whole quote, but basically the gist of it was like, I've never chosen my opponents. I just kind of I show up, I do what they tell me to do, and I go out there and try to do my best, kind of thing. And he's definitely talking out of kayfabe, because if he was talking in kayfabe, this would be wrong for everyone who remembers the summer of 2013, where he handpicked Daniel Bryan to challenge him for the WWE Championship. Um, So it's this. It's just little something to note. Little shade being thrown back and forth between Hunter Hearst Helmsley and John in the prototype John Cena.
Yep. Yeah.
A couple months back, we talked about the Jerry Lynn Invitational, an indie wrestling tournament that would be happening. Well, it happened this weekend, and your winner of the inaugural Jerry Lynn Invitational is Rich Swann, former TNA World Champion, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Not exactly a pick I was expecting.
No, because you can't really say Rich Swan's name the same way you say Jerry Lynn's name. You're like Rich Swan, you know.
Nah, the W kind of messes up the that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, it. Yeah, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see this tournament keep happening. It'd be fun.
I'm sure it will.
Some unfortunate news. Jonathan Gresham revealed on Twitter that he suffered 2 strokes, taking time away from wrestling. He said 2 to 4 weeks.
Which is a total lie because he asked his doctor if he could get cleared the week of.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Poor Jordan Grace.
Maniac. He is a little maniac.
He put him in a jar for too long and he came out angry.
Yeah, that's just that's incredible. Just what a worker. Just like, first of all, 2 strokes and being like, yeah, I'll be back in less than a month is crazy already.
True Hooper.
And then asking
True
his doctor
Hooper.
if he could come back that week, insane. G1 Climax. We have the standings update here. We have concluded A block action. B block has one night left. So the A block ends with Evil somehow fucking getting 12 points. David Finlay, Yoda Tsuji, Yuya Uemura, and Bolton Oleg all got 10. By tiebreakers, David Finlay and Yoda Tsuji will move on. And then with 8 points, Ryohei Oiwa, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Callum Newman, and Sonata. Taichi rounds out the group with 6. So, like I said, Evil, Yoda Tsuji, David Finlay advanced to the playoff. But over in the B block, ZSJ has 12 points. Konosuke Takeshita has 10, Rin Narita has 10, Great Okan has 10, Shota Umino has 10. With 8 points, we have Yoshihashi, Drilla Maloney, Shingo Takagi, and El Phantasmo. So, and of course, Gabe Kidd was 0 because he lost his first match, had to leave the tournament. Looking at that, the only person mathematically eliminated right now, or the only two people mathematically eliminated right now, are Gabe Kidd and El Phantasmo. Because even with the free win, Phantasmo only gets to 8 because he's 4-5 with the free win of beating Gabe Kidd, I believe. Unless this is just listed wrong and it's supposed to say 4-4. So maybe Phantasmo's still in. But either way, legitimately last day, anybody could end up in this.
Yeah.
Because there's a situation where Zack Sabre Jr. loses and all the 10-pointers win, or 3 of the 10-pointers win and somehow pass him with tiebreakers. I don't have the time or the energy to try to figure it all out. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Takeshita has Rin Narita in that. I feel like that should be a pretty easy win, but at the same time, both Rin Narita and Takeshita have 10 points. So what are you thinking with that?
I'm a little nervous, Jesus Christ. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see what happens. The House of Torture have been everywhere in this tournament, so
Yeah,
fingers
unfortunately.
crossed they're not going to infect the final.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess so. By this time next week, when we're recording, we will know our G1 Climax winner. Quick hits. Danhausen called a fucking idiot by JBL after failed APA bribery attempt. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, shit, I guess.
He
I didn't really think about the idea of JBL and Danhausen coexisting in this reality.
He apparently tried to bribe them to beat up the ass boys, and he called the APA the ass pounding agency. Just incredible work.
They are always pounding ass. It's on their shirts.
My second quick hit here: Karrion Kross was hoping to get very FMW with Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. Thoughts?
Does this mean I have to like Karrion Kross now?
I'm just saying, after that quote, if he gets booked in 0-1, you're not beating the allegations.
Well, what? Look, I'll get very FMW with it.
And my final one, yeah, my final one here. Of course, credit to Fightful for these headlines. They're where I get all my news, but also headlines like these. Logan Paul says he's asked Triple H to be booked for WWE Japan tour.
Sure, dude. Why not?
Yeah, fucking of course. I also saw Karrion Kross apparently pitched a stable where they would target people who have done bad things. And my pitch was they let him do that, but he just beats the piss out of Logan Paul every week.
He gets very FMW with it with Logan Paul and Logan Paul only.
Every week, yeah. A couple things to talk about from AEW TV. First, on Dynamite, Jon Moxley and Mike Bailey just went out there and had a banger. This is the kind of thing that I love about AEW, just that they can something like this will be on TV. Just an absolute certified star and an up and coming mid carder having just an awesome match for just because they can. Just something you don't see in other promotions all the time. Um, and then Brodito defeated Generation Me, Max and Jeremy Buck.
It
So
was great. It was great seeing Max J. Buck back for the first time in God knows how long.
like
Like they're
over
gonna
it, I
disappear
mean,
again.
what, like a decade and a half? Like it's
I
been a
think so. I
while.
mean, they've been out of wrestling for a while.
Yeah. So, but they lose to Brodito
Well, they're
in
rusty. What do you
the.
want?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So it'll be FTR versus Brodito. Winners get the Hurt Business at Forbidden Door. A door which is opening a little bit more than it had been. Kyle Fletcher challenges NJPW to send their best to face him at Forbidden Door. Who would you like to see face Kyle Fletcher?
Well, that depends. Is it Bushiroad's best or is it New Japan's best?
I believe it's New Japan's best. He called out New Japan specifically.
Well, okay. No, let me ask again.
You can't say Azumi.
God damn it! You fucker. I was going to. Yoda Suji would be a great pull. I think
That's
that's the
my
one I
first.
want to see the
That's my
most.
first go to. Yeah, Yoda Suji Fletcher. I think they'd work really well together. They have a similar intensity, a similar pace to them. I think it'd be fun. Um, it'd be really funny if it was just Tomohiro Ishii again, like he just wrestled Ishii on Collision, and it's just Ishii
Just
again.
Fletcher cuts the promo and then Ishii just kind of walks out and just stares at him.
um, I mean, I imagine it would be somebody. Callum Newman would actually be pretty fun. Um, David Finlay would be interesting. Yeah, I think there's some good picks here. It's like I said last week, rebuilding year for New Japan, but you could definitely still put together some fun matches here. Now on to our theme song bracket. So, originally we were gonna have Jolka here, but he could not make it. He may join in the middle of this. Who knows?
It'd be very funny. We're in the middle of debating like a very important theme. He goes, "I don't like either of them."
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to say. If the original plan was there'd be three of us, so there'd be a tie break in the vote regardless. Um, just like a coin flip, I guess. If we disagree, we'll just coin flip. Heads for the
Sure,
higher seed, tails for the lower seed. Okay.
why not?
So this is 64 theme songs. I put the bracket together. So if any of your favorite theme songs are missing, that is my fault. I did realize days after there are a couple that I like that I did leave out, but I was trying to be diverse with era and company and just try to have a mix of things. But of course, it is going to be pretty personal to my taste overall. Let me get this started here. So, without any further ado, our first matchup is This Fire, or is it This Fire Burns? What's the full title
It's
of the song?
it's it's Despire.
It's This Fire,
Mm-hmm.
the former theme song of CM Punk versus Better Than You, the theme song of MJF. So, Shane, what's your pick here? What are you thinking?
Despire. It's not even a choice.
Yeah. I mean, listen, one of them was a 1 seed, one of them was a 16. We're not going to have a UMBC situation in this one. It's This Fire. Absolutely. Now, how do I? Okay, what is happening?
Are you?
There we
What
go.
website? What website are you using? 'Cause, like,
Challenge.
yeah, I know how to use it. So
Yeah, I figured it out. Next up, we have Rock House, the theme song of the NWO, versus Wild Thing, the theme song of John Moxley.
ooh,
So this is a closer one for me. This would be, I guess, an 8-9 matchup. Um, it's really tough because I tend to lean theme songs with lyrics, especially licensed themes with lyrics. But that, I
Yeah, are
mean,
we
it's the best
using
part of the NWO.
are we using Wild Thing is exclusively Moxley's theme, or are we gonna use it for both Onita and Moxley together?
Um, I guess both. I kind of forgot Onita used it too. Um, so I guess both, but I mean,
Then that would make me say Wild Thing.
that'd make you say Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close, but I'll go Wild Thing too.
Rockhouse never got a big ass entrance in the Tokyo Dome where Wild Thing did, so that's part of
True.
it.
Rockhouse is not in the movie Major League,
That's true
so
too. They wishes it was.
um, next up, interesting matchup here. We have "You're Gonna Pay," the theme song of the American Badass version of The Undertaker, versus "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road," the theme song of GCW World Champion Effie.
I never, so I am far too deep for my own good.
Mm-hmm.
And when I don't like a song, I don't like a song for very specific reasons.
Yes.
Cannot stand the vocals on You're Gonna Pay. Cannot
Really?
stand them. Yeah, I know, I don't know what it is. I just can't stand them, so I'm gonna go Yellow Brick Road.
I think this is our first coin flip because I got to go "You're Gonna Pay." I like "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road," and it's a perfect theme for the man who uses it. But it is just, I mean, "You're Gonna Pay" is just so much. I don't know. I like it a lot more. And heads is the winner here, so it's going to be "You're Gonna Pay," and Shane's going to
If
claim it's rigged.
if it was like the instrumental version or Rollin', I'm surprised it's not Rollin', actually, you pick for it too badass.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
it's more iconic.
"You're Gonna Pay" was used more. It was just more prolific. I think was the reason I picked "You're Gonna Pay"
Okay.
over Roland.
Okay.
Um,
You
next,
talk about the iconic Fred Durst.
yeah. The Time Is Now by John Cena, used for John Cena, versus "Live in Fear," the theme song of Bray Wyatt, the
Oh,
original one when he was in the Wyatt family.
what is it, 710?
One second. Let me figure this out. It doesn't list them like that. It lists it 1 through 64. So this would be, let's see, that would have been a 413. So this would be a 512 matchup.
Okay, that's kind of okay. The time that's Living Fear is awesome. It's a great team.
It is.
It's not the time is now.
Yeah, it's not the time is
It's
now.
not. If Living Fear had the trademark on it, different story. But
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's the time is now. Unfortunate first matchup for Live in Fear. And just I did organize these into groupings of like 1 through 16, right? And then I just randomized within their grouping. So the 1 seeds got patched up with random 16 seeds. So that just kind of a little insight into how I did it. Next up here, we have Kingdom, Cody Rhodes' theme, versus "Pomp and Circumstance," the theme song of Macho Man Randy Savage. Another iconic instrumental theme with Randy Savage. Kingdom, pretty big. It's one of those themes that as I'm listening to it, I feel myself getting excited, anticipating a big match that I'm gonna enjoy. Coming from years of big matches in AEW and WWE immediately following that song. So
yeah,
I don't know. What are your thoughts? What would be your pick here?
um, I seem to have to go pop in circumstance.
Really?
I think and it's just to me, it's just Randy Savage as an iconic entrance in general. I think the theme adds to it intensely.
Hmm.
And I like both themes here. Obviously, don't get me wrong. I just think Pop Circumstance. When I think about wrestling themes, it comes to my mind before the other one.
And this has nothing to do with Randy Savage's Illinois connections.
No, that does not have anything to do with the fact that my dad and him went to the same high school.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go Kingdom, so we're gonna flip the coin again here, and it's heads again. So
Oh my
we're
god,
gonna
this
go
is rigged. Let me see your
Kingdom.
coin. It's weighted.
Well, it's on Google, so
So it's weighted. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Next up, we have the theme song of Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is apparently just titled Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, it's
Versus,
I won't do I won't do what you tell me.
is that what it's called?
Yes,
On Spotify, it's just listed as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
that's weird.
Um, and then Booyaka 619. That is the current Rey Mysterio theme, the POD theme.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean,
I
all things
love.
considered, we love Ray, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I
When
love
that
Ray.
glass shatters,
No,
nothing,
it's
all
there's
hell
nothing
breaks
compares.
loose. It's
No,
there's
there's
no
nothing
question,
compares.
no
Yeah,
question.
no, it's Stone Cold. It was a tough matchup for Ray out the gate here. Maybe next year, but Stone Cold. Yeah,
He
it's
ran into the
just
powerhouse in the first round, you know.
yeah. But it's just that, and just the music of it is so good too. Even at, like the glass shattering is what everybody thinks of first, but just that
There's
music
a
is
reason
great.
why the riff was in every single theme song of his.
Yeah. Next up, we have Rebel Heart, the theme song of Johnny Gargano, the original NXT version, versus Hitman, the theme song of Bret Hart.
You're gonna say double heart. I know you are.
I am. It gets me too pumped.
Flip the coin, man. Flip
I
the
get too
coin.
excited when I hear. Now,
Hitman,
Hitman
it's the
though,
same
that
thing as Stone
that
Cold.
first note, that meow, like that, just oh
Wow!
yeah.
You know,
It is. No, you're right. I'll flip the coin here. You're not going to believe me. It's heads again.
heads,
Yes.
fuck off. I don't believe you.
I
You are just saying heads
promise.
every time.
I promise. I am doing this completely honestly on on everything. I'm doing this honestly. Next, we have Battle of Two instrumental themes here. Ride of the Valkyries, used by Daniel Bryan in WWE, versus Who's Next, the theme song of Goldberg.
Oh.
This might be one where I disagree with my own seeding. Like I seeded Valkyries higher because I just felt it was more iconic. But as I'm sitting here,
I'm just
I'm
thinking,
leaning
Ride of the
Goldberg.
Valkyries, to me, it's just, it works, but it's not. I think
That
Goldberg is like
bump,
one of the more
bump,
ultimate wrestling
bump,
themes.
bump, bump. Like oh my god.
Like that in the beginning gets you excited because you know, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, it's
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg. He's fucking coming, and then he walks out to the instruments getting more ramped up, and as it goes up and up and up and up, so he finally is out there.
Yeah, I find myself just kind of randomly like patting along the tune of that when I'm bored. So I'm going Who's Next.
You're standing in the fireworks at Walmart.
Yep. So are you going with Who's Next?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Metalingus, the theme song of Edge / Adam Copeland, versus Whatever, which I'm completely blanking on.
Our Lady Peace.
Oh, that's Chris Benoit. Now, this is the first time we're running into this. This is about the song, not the wrestlers. There are a few songs on here associated with wrestlers who we would not like to associate with, but this song is just too damn good to have left it off the bracket.
Yeah, it's one of those songs where you can get away listening to it and not a wrestling context, and people be like, "Oh, they wouldn't know."
Yeah. However, it is no Metalinkus.
No,
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 it is. Yeah. So we're both in agreement on that one.
yeah,
Metalingus moves on. That was a
bad
116. Um,
bad seating for whatever.
really, you think that's too low seating for whatever? Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe subconsciously I was taking the wrestler into consideration when I
because of Ben.
did
Yeah,
that.
I get because of Benoit on. And it's not
Yeah, I don't want to put it too
two,
high.
2005. It should have been like a 4 seed.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Next up, we have "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies, used by Orange Cassidy, versus "Glorious Domination," the theme song of Bobby Roode. Um, of course, that initial hit of "Glorious" is incredible. Um, but man, the theme song pairing of "Where Is My Mind" and Orange Cassidy as a character is just so good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
You're gonna go "Where's My Mind"?
Yep.
Of
Partially
course,
because
"Glorious Domination" has spawned various hilarious DIY videos. But it's "Where's My Mind." What were you gonna say?
but especially like seeing where's my mind outside of wrestling before it was a theme in wrestling. I
Mm,
think it's different.
yeah. Yep. Um Now this one might be a little controversial. Just Close Your Eyes, the Christian theme, the story of the year version with the male vocals. Now this has been a topic recently on wrestling Twitter. I'm fully in the early 2010s male vocals camp, which is Close Your Eyes. So before we get into the matchup, what are your thoughts on the two versions of this song?
I think the best version is the TNA version, but I think the female vocals version is the best one.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm full. Listen, and I'm someone who typically leans female vocals on a lot of things, but this one, it's just something about the male vocal version of this hits me. And this is versus "Catch Your Breath," which is Finn Balor's theme song. The bow, you know what I mean, with the whole
Right.
deal from his original run. Um, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
So I feel like that Finn Balor theme, the original run, was one of my favorites, and
Mm-hmm.
the Christian theme was not one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go Finn Balor.
Yeah, I think the Christian theme is a better song, but "Catch Your Breath" gets me more excited to watch wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's not even a knock on Christian. If you gave me a random, like, if you're like, hey, watch this Christian match or watch this Finn Balor match, I'm probably going to pick Christian. But the Finn Balor song specifically gets me more excited, I think. So I will agree with you on that one. Another upset here. Next up, we have "Mi Muero," the lone CMLL song on this, of course, used by Mystico, versus "One of a Kind" by, I believe, Breaking Point. It is Rob Van Dam's WWE theme song. Not the last WWE theme, or not the last Rob Van Dam theme we'll be talking about, but it's the first one to come up. So what are your thoughts? "Mi Muero" versus "One of a Kind."
I feel like Mimero is very much a recency bias pick, but I'm
Yes,
gonna go
very
Mimero.
because I found it recently and I fuck with it heavy. It is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you read the translated lyrics for it?
I think you did. You told me about reading them in the car. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, yeah, it's just an insane
She
song.
falls in love with Mystico,
Yeah,
and what more could you ask
it's
for?
for me, it's the passion behind the way she sings. Like, not even being able to tell what she's saying in the moment, but just the way she's saying it. Really, yeah, that's really what hits me. Next, we have "Elevated" by It Lives, It Breathes, Will Ospreay's theme song, versus "Break the Walls Down," Chris Jericho's theme song. It was a hard choice between "Break the Walls Down" and the "Break the Walls Down" Big Show mashup theme. But ultimately, I went with "Break the Walls Down" by itself here.
What
What are your
about Show Mrs. theme?
yeah? So, what are your thoughts? "Elevated" versus "Break the Walls Down."
I think I'm gonna go with Elevated. I feel like Break the Walls Down. That riff is it's punishing. It's what you want for the big show, but Elevated is more like gets me more pumped up.
Absolutely. And "Break the Walls Down," obviously, there's some nostalgia to it. It's just kind of more iconic, but
Yeah,
um,
I think when you think of Jericho, you do think of like the instant hit of Break the Walls Down, where
yeah.
Elevated you don't really get that, but still it gets me more pumped up.
hmm Yeah, I'm going with "Elevated" here as well. Next, we have "Worlds Apart," which is Sami Zayn's theme song, and "Wolfpack," the theme song of the NWO Wolfpack. So we have a hard choice here because if we pick "Worlds Apart," we might end up in a body bag. Um,
That's true. I don't. I
so
kind of want to avoid that.
mhm. So what are your thoughts?
But the problem is, I really prefer that over Wolfpack.
You prefer "Worlds Apart"?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's way more fun. It's definitely one of the most fun theme songs.
Come on, it's
It gets the
ska.
crowd
You gotta pick it
going.
up, pick it 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 up.
Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go "Worlds Apart," but it is close. It is a close matchup for me. It's definitely one that if Jolka was here and you guys had picked differently, it would have been tough for me to tiebreak. But
Yeah.
we'll go with "Worlds Apart." I like that pick. Next up, our second appearance of John Cena here. We have "Basic Thugonomics" versus "Special Op," the theme song of The Shield. Um, I think this is a tougher matchup than what the Time Is Now had with Live in Fear for me, because just that bow now, like it's so tough. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Right.
like these guys rule. But "Basic Thugonomics" might be, and we might end up debating this later, depending on how this bracket breaks down. But it might be the better theme of Cena's two themes.
It is.
I think
It
it's
also
more
has
clever lyrically.
one of the best lines in wrestling in his two themes, but it's not even his line. Who gives a shit?
Which line are you talking about?
Go on, the past tense line,
Yeah, approaching me is a good way to get referred to in the past tense. That's a good one.
We're
Uh,
big fans of the trademark over here.
yeah, I like the "kill you and bury you twice."
Also a
Uh,
trademark.
that's a good one. And "taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus" is just
that is Cena.
that is just masterwork with the pen. So I think, are we going "Basic Thugonomics" here? Because that's where my vote
Oh,
is.
I wasn't going to at the beginning, but I think I am now.
Yeah, just the more we think about it, yeah. Next, we have "Inner Sandman," the theme song of The Sandman, and "Somebody's Gonna Get It," the theme song of Mark Henry by 3-6 Mafia. So we got 3-6 Mafia versus
Fucker.
Metallica here. This is a 6-11 matchup.
Ooh. All right. Let's hear what you think first.
Well, "Somebody's Gonna Get It" more nostalgic for me because Mark Henry was around when I was young and I started watching. "Inner Sandman's" a damn good song, and it gets you pumped. I mean, it works on two levels for me too, because it was what Mariano Rivera would walk out to. Um, so I don't know. I'm really torn. What are you leaning?
See, if they made somebody's gonna get it 2 years before they did in real life, there'd be no question.
Hmm.
Adding in Lord Infamous into it would be. But that being said, I think I am still gonna go with Somebody's Gonna Get It because I think of it more as a wrestling theme than I do Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman's too much of its own song outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
I think
Whereas
I can
Somebody's
agree
Gonna
with
Get It
that.
was made for it.
Hmm. And it's still made by a real artist from the real world too. So yeah, we'll go with Somebody's Gonna Get It here. Moving on, big upset.
Oscar winners in 36 Mafia at the same time this
Yeah.
came out.
All right, on to our third quadrant here. Voices by Rev Theory, the theme song of Randy Orton, versus Time to Rock and Roll, the theme song of Trish Stratus. Uh,
Voices.
it's easily Voices. Time to Rock and Roll, I wanted to throw it in for sure because I wanted to make sure I had at least a few themes of women's wrestlers. I think historically they haven't been given the best themes, so it's kind of hard to pick some, but Time to Rock and Roll is one I do quite enjoy. It's just unfortunate it ran up against an absolute powerhouse that is Voices. Next, we have Seek and Destroy, used by Sting, versus Next Big Thing, the theme song of Brock Lesnar.
I'm gonna go Seek and Destroy. I think
Okay. You have to pick Metallica once. You can't pick against them twice.
legally required to, yeah.
um, I really like Lesnar's theme. I've always really liked Lesnar's theme. So I think I'm gonna take this to a coin flip. This time, though, if it lands heads, you do win because you picked the higher seed, and it did land heads again. So Seek and Destroy.
Show me your fucking coin, dude.
Seek and Destroy takes it. Next up, we got some Motorhead here. Line in the Sand, the theme song of Evolution, versus Separate Ways by Journey, the theme song of Matt Tremont, GCW Ultraviolent Champion. Thoughts?
I think having yelled separate ways in the room with multiple people at the same time kind of puts it above line in the sand for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go separate ways.
Separate Ways is a better get you pumped up theme than Line in the Sand. But God, Line in the Sand is just such a. I mean, it's probably nostalgia is probably really putting it ahead for me right now. But also, like, it's just there's something more. There's something about it that really fits Evolution as a stable, and really just kind of has this more elegant vibe where Separate Ways it it works with Matt Tremont, but just it's not perfect the way Line in the Sand was just perfectly written for Evolution. So I'm gonna go Line in the Sand. We're gonna flip. You went Separate Ways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll flip the coin here. It's heads again. This is a historic run for heads. I don't know. Well, I was not expecting this. But next we have a battle of Irish wrestlers. Written in My Face, the theme song of Sheamus, versus Celtic Invasion, the theme song of Becky Lynch from NXT in her early main roster days. What are your thoughts?
Can you say it again?
Written in My Face, Sheamus's theme song versus Celtic Invasion, Becky Lynch's theme song from
I'm gonna go
NXT
right in my
and main
face. And
roster.
I couldn't hear your second one, but I think right in my face is a better theme there.
Yeah, I think it is too. Celtic Invasion's still very good, but yeah, Written in My Face, Too Many Limes, the whole deal.
Lobster head.
Lobster Head, yep. Next, we have No More Words, the theme song of Jeff Hardy, versus It's a New Day, the theme song of Legacy. It's No More Words easily.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. And
I'm
it's a new
kind of
day.
getting flashbacks to SK 2010.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's easily no more words. Tough run for It's a New Day here.
Yeah.
Next we have Viva La Razza. This is I think the more iconic Eddie Guerrero theme. The one from like '04 when he won the title. This was his theme. Versus Slow Chemical, the theme song of Kane.
I'm gonna go with Slow Chemical.
I am too. I think it's an upset. I think the Eddie song is iconic. The lie, cheat, steal, all of that. But Slow Chemical just scratches my brain in a certain way. Um, yeah, absolutely. Next, we have Broken Dreams, the theme song of Drew McIntyre, the Shaman's Harvest theme, versus Big Pressure, performed and walked to the ring by Swerve Strickland.
I think you get bonus points if you make the theme yourself,
Mm-hmm. Does that tip it
but
over Broken Dreams, though?
no. Broken Dreams is just too iconic.
It's too good. It's. Would you say you've seen more push for that or Written in My Face to come back?
Broken Dreams was really my face did for a little bit.
Yeah. But I think even before that, I think I was seeing more people pushing for Broken Dreams, especially
Yeah.
when Drew was going to wrestle at Clash of the Castle against Roman Reigns. I remember there being a big push for it. Yeah, I'm going to go Broken Dreams here. Next up, though, we have I Fell by Wicked Springs Eternal, the theme song of Darby Allin, versus Walk by Pantera, a theme used by Rob Van Dam.
Well, technically it was by Kilgore, but it was the same song. So I'll give
Oh,
you
okay.
that. If it was the Kilgore version, I would say definitely not that. But I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Walk because I think ECW was just more iconic themes because they just used whatever music they wanted to.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go I Fell. I like it too much. It's a song I quite enjoy. So we're going to have to go to the coin flip here. And it's tails. You win finally. So tough break for Darby Allin, but we move on to our last quadrant here. Starting off with Cult of Personality by In Living Color versus Sexy Boy, the theme song of Shawn Michaels. Sexy Boy, not Sexy Kurt. If it was Sexy Kurt, it would easily win the whole bracket. I
Right,
knew that
Sexy
was just too
Kurt, we had to
powerful.
ban it. It was too good.
It's too powerful.
I'm gonna say Filter Personality. It's just
Yeah.
the guitar solo in it puts it over no matter what. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Next, we have Shadows of a Setting Sun, the theme song of Shinsuke Nakamura from WWE and NXT, versus Undisputed, the theme song of the Undisputed Era in NXT.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, it's Shinsuke. I love the Undisputed Era. I do love that theme. I think it's a very good instrumental theme, but the violin part of Shinsuke's theme, just absolutely incredible. And then just the force that the guy is singing the vocals with. Like,
Yes.
he sounds like he's gonna die from singing so
Yes.
hard.
Like that last Ichiban, I feel like he passes out and like just
Yeah.
is
Just
there on the
slumped
ground.
over. Yeah. Next we have Judas by Fozzy, Chris Jericho's theme from his original AEW theme, versus Sky's the Limit, which was the theme song of Sasha Banks, the first one, not the remix with Snoop Dogg. What are your thoughts here?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go Sasha's theme. I think.
Really? Is this just
Yeah.
Jericho bias?
No, I just don't really like Judas.
There is something about the way Judas captured the AEW fan base and had them singing him to the ring pretty early on in the Dynamite run, and just how much of a thing it became that I really like Judas. It reminds me, it takes me back to an era of discovery for myself of finding more wrestling through AEW. So I'm gonna go Judas. We'll flip the coin here, and it's heads. We're back to the head streak here. Judas wins.
Getting right back.
Next, we have Walk Alone, the theme song of Batista, versus Love, Fury, Passion, Energy, the theme song of Lita. So a little ruthless aggression battle here.
Boy hits car, truck hits venue.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go with.
It's tough.
Let me hear. Let me hear what you think first, though.
I think immediately looking at it, Walk Alone stands out to me more. It's just it's the
Yeah,
machine guns, the pyro, like it stands out more as a wrestling theme. Now the argument could be made that Love, Fury, Passion, Energy is a better song. And it does. I do also love that a lot. It takes me back. It's one of those that I remember hearing in like the game menu when it plays the wrestlers themes, like just kind of hearing that one and really enjoying it. But there's just something about the just walking for miles inside that pit of danger. You know what I mean? What do
yeah.
you think? You going to
No,
walk alone?
yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Randy Orton on here again with "Burnin' My Light" versus "We Are One," the theme song of the Nexus. This is a 215, so the Nexus theme barely made it on there for me.
I'm gonna pick We Are One.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is shocking. I'm definitely going "Burnin' My Light."
Mm-hmm.
I like
I
"Burnin' My
think
Light" way more.
I think just being 9 years old during the whole Nexus thing is kind of like why I'm picking it.
Mm. And you're not going to believe this, but it landed on heads again. So Rip
Why do I
Nexus,
even bother? Why do I
Super
even
Cena
bother?
again. Next, we have Real American, the theme song of Hulk Hogan, versus The Game, the theme song of Triple H.
The game.
The Game. I lean The Game. Definitely more nostalgia for that, but Real American is just a satisfying theme to listen to. You know what I mean? Like removed from it being Hulk Hogan, there's just something about the theme. I like the vocals. I like it quite a bit, but I think I will go with you on The Game because it is all about the game and how you play it, obviously. Sticking with Triple H, we have "Are You Ready," the theme song of D Generation X, versus "Demon in Your Dreams," the theme song of Rhea Ripley.
It's DX.
It's DX. Unfortunately for Rhea, and what's that band? Who sings that?
Much less than white.
Motionless in White. Thank you. Unfortunately for them, it's "Are You Ready." Um, "Are You Ready?" Arguably one of it might be my favorite, but I did put when I seeded this, I didn't just seed my personal favorites. I did take into account just overall impact. So it didn't get a number one seed, but it might be my favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, now stick with me here because it's going to take me a second to get through this one. Also, Sprock Zarathustra. This is the theme song of Ric Flair. Did I butchered it? I'm sure.
I don't. I think you did. You think you might have gotten it right too, so I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Um, so that's the theme song of Ric Flair versus Metal, which is the theme song of Kurt Angle. This is the You Suck theme. What are you thinking here? Because obviously Flair's theme also iconic outside
Oh,
of wrestling, but
I
just
learned it
like with
on. It was
go
the
ahead.
first song I learned guitar, so I'm gonna go Ric Flair's theme.
Yeah, there's something grand about it that I really like. It's just it feels big. I mean, I know that was the purpose of it. It was used for 2001: A Space Odyssey. But I do want to say, like with Metal, the same thing with Judas, where the fan involvement of the song does bring me more into it. Ultimately, though, I think I am going to go with Flair's theme here. Also, also Sprock Zarathustra. Thustra, maybe? I don't know.
I'll
Moves on.
find you. I'll show you. I'll find it out like tomorrow when I
Yeah.
listen to also Thus Spoke Zarathustra.
Uh-huh. All right. Moving on to the round of 32. We have This Fire versus Wild Thing. So Punk Moxley here. What you got?
I'm gonna go This Fire.
Yeah, me too. Me too. There's a reason it's a 1 seed. It's just so iconic. Next we have You're Gonna Pay versus The Time Is Now.
The time is now.
Okay.
I
I
think
think I'm gonna go with The Time Is Now as well.
as we go on in this bracket, our explanations are gonna get less and less like detailed.
Yeah, I think so. Unless we kind of come to a matchup that's really tough for us to pick.
Yeah,
Next, we have Kingdom by Downstate versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, or whatever you called. I forgot what you said already, but
we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Stone Cold. That
I think I got to ride
glass.
with Kingdom. I love Kingdom so much, dude. We'll flip it. We'll flip the coin because I want to go with Kingdom, and it's tail. Stone Cold is moving on.
Finally,
Big upset. That's a Stone Cold was a 7 seed, and Kingdom was a 2 seed. So huge upset there. Rebel Heart versus Who's Next. I'm definitely going with Rebel Heart.
who's next?
Okay, we'll flip again. All right, you're starting to pick up a bit of a hot streak here. Who's Next moves on with the coin flip. Next, we have Metalingus versus Where Is My Mind. 2 licensed themes here. I'm leaning Metalingus.
I'm gonna go building this too.
Okay. Next one I think is going to be tough. Catch Your Breath, Finn Balor's old theme, versus Mi Muero, the theme song of Mystico.
It might be recency bias. I think I'm gonna go Mimuro.
But there's just something about a young 13-year-old May throwing his arms out in the living room watching SummerSlam 2016. Like there's a moment that was special with this. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm close enough on it. I'll just go with you and we'll move Mimuro along. But it was tough. It was a tough decision. Elevated versus Worlds Apart. Ospreay's theme versus Sami Zayn's theme. This might be
I'm
the
gonna go.
best wrestling match of themes that we have on this bracket.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Worlds Apart.
I gotta go elevated. We're gonna flip on this one. I gotta go elevated. Bless you.
Thank you.
And wait, what's the Worlds Apart wins. Huge upset. Another 7-2 upset here in the second round. Next we have Word Life. This is Basic Thugonomics versus Somebody's Gonna Get It. 3-6 Mafia. Where are you going, Shane?
I think the better rappers are 3-6 Mafia.
Definitely. I can agree with
No
that.
offense to him, no offense to John Cena and the trademark. So I say I'm gonna go
However,
with.
I'm gonna pick Basic Thugonomics.
I'm gonna have to go. It's a better song.
Basic Thugonomics?
No,
Somebody's gonna get it?
somebody's gonna get it. Yeah.
All right, we'll flip on it.
Well, you don't want to pick the song of Juicy J, DJ Paul, and Crunchy Black?
I'd rather pick the trademark, and I won the coin flip, so Basic Thugonomics moves on.
Some bullshit. Some bullshit.
Next, we have Voices versus Seek and Destroy.
I feel like just based on like wrestling, it's Voices, but Seek and Destroy again is the better song.
I'm going Voices.
I'm gonna say Voices too.
Yeah, and that is a wrestling pick. I think that is. I'm not saying Voices is necessarily a better song than Seek and Destroy, but definitely wrestling wise, Voices is just like Kingdom, and that if you listen to it and you get to like kind of that minute and a half mark, and it's kind of the part where Randy's in the ring, like you can just, even without seeing it, you can just feel the moment, right? You just can feel the excitement of a big main event Randy Orton match coming up. Next, we have Line in the Sand, Evolution's theme versus Written in My Face, Sheamus's theme. I'm going to go Line in the Sand here, but it's close.
I'm gonna go. Ooh,
It's tough. It's tough.
it is. I'm gonna go Line in the Sand.
Okay. Line in the Sand moves on to the Sweet 16. Next up, we have No More Words versus Slow Chemical. Ugh, this is tough.
Slow Chemical.
You're gonna go Slow Chemical. Dude, No More Words just rules. It just rules. It just gets me so pumped. But Slow Chemical's really good. It's really, really good. I'm gonna go No More Words, and I'm gonna leave it up to fate. All right, No More Words moves on for my rigged coin flipping. Next, we have Broken Dreams, the theme song of Drew McIntyre, versus Walk, Rob Van Dam's theme.
I'm gonna go with Walk.
I'm going Broken Dreams,
Yeah.
so we'll flip on it. And Broken Dreams won. So we will go Broken Dreams. The walk ends here. Broken Dreams moves on. Next, we have Cult of Personality versus Shadows of a Setting Sun. Guitar solo versus violin solo.
I feel like the guy from Living Color could play the violin solo on the guitar. I'm gonna go Cult of Personality.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going Cult of Personality, but it is very tough. It is a Shadows of a Setting Sun is an awesome theme song. Next, we have Judas by Fozzy and Walk Alone, the Batista theme song. As you said earlier, points for making your own theme. I do like the points for crowd engagement, but it's the machine guns, man. It just gets me
Yeah,
every
no,
time.
there's no beating Walk Alone again if it's just against Judas.
Yeah, no, I'm going Walk Alone here. Absolutely. So slight upset here. And then Burning My Light versus The Game. Randy Triple H.
Burning My Light.
Yeah, Burning My Light. Absolutely. Glad you can agree. And then Are You Ready? The DX theme versus Ric Flair's theme. Also Sprach Zarathustra. I'm gonna go DX. It's just too good.
Yeah,
Going DX.
yeah, I'm gonna DX.
I think of that WrestleMania where they're playing Shawn down to the ring. But the Flair one it's incredible. Watching old WCW and stuff, it does really get you excited for the main event. It is very grand, very big. It's an incredible wrestling theme. It just doesn't beat Are You Ready? So now we have This Fire versus The Time Is Now. Some of you may be thinking, what is this, Money in the Bank 2011?
This Fire.
This Fire?
It's
Okay.
yeah.
Dude. I almost just went for it with This Fire, but then I was like, The Time Is Now is so good. I'm going to go This Fire. I'm going to go This Fire. I think this is CM Punk's, in my opinion, CM Punk's best theme versus John Cena's second best theme. I'm going to go with This Fire. Next, we got a couple instrumentals here. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Who's Next? Goldberg. I'm going Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg.
All right, big upset. Goldberg was an 11 seed and he has made it to the Elite Eight. Next, we have Metalingus versus Mimuero. It has been a great recency bias run for Mimuero, but I'm definitely picking Metalingus.
Yeah, Metalingus there.
So the Cinderella story ends here. Metalingus moves on. Now we have Worlds Apart, Sami Zayn's theme versus Basic Thugonomics. It's Basic Thugonomics. I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
Pistonomics, yeah.
approaching me is a great way to get referred to in the past tense. Like I said, Worlds Apart is probably the most fun theme song on this list. It is a very energizing song. It's not Basic Thugonomics. Now we got a little Randy Orton battle here. Voices versus Line in the Sand. So is it Randy or is it Evolution?
I think Voices here.
Yeah, no, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me and they're telling me to pick Voices here. Definitely the better pick. Next, we have No More Words versus Broken Dreams. This is really tough. This is a 2 seed versus a 3 seed.
I think Broken Dreams.
My initial reaction was No More Words. But as I think about it, I think I'm going to go Broken Dreams. It's really good. It's a really, really good song. Next, we have Cult of Personality versus Walk Alone. CM Punk, Batista.
Cult of Personality.
Cult of Personality, yeah. There's increasingly a higher chance of a CM Punk versus CM Punk final here.
I feel like it might be.
Next, we have Burnin' My Light versus Are You Ready? So, Randy and DX. This
Burning My
is
Light.
very, very tough for me, but I'm going to go DX. So, we're going to flip on this one. So, heads you win, tails I win. And it is tails. All right, so we are now to the Elite Eight. So, 1 seed, This Fire. 11 seed, who's next? Who's moving on?
You know who's next? Not Goldberg.
Now, Goldberg, you going CM Punk here? Going This
Yeah,
Fire?
This
I am
Fire.
too. I am too. It's a tough loss for Goldberg, but yeah, I'm going with This Fire. Next, classic rivalry here: Edge, John Cena, Metalingus, Basic Thugonomics.
Metalingus.
I'm going Metalingus also. Yes, absolutely. So that was a 1-3 matchup. Next one here, a 1 seed versus another 1 seed, 3 seed. Voices and Broken Dreams. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre.
Broken Dreams, I think, is here.
You know, I seeded this. I put Voices as a 1 seed, but as I'm sitting here looking at these two titles, I'm being pulled to Broken Dreams. Yeah, we'll go Broken Dreams. Big upset here.
Yeah.
And then next, 1 seed again. Was it 1 seed? No, because Goldberg was like an 11, and then it was 3 1 seed, 3 seed matchups. Cult of Personality versus Are You Ready?
Cult of Personality.
Yeah, it's been a great run for DX, but it's absolutely Cult of Personality. So your final 4. First, This Fire versus Metalingus.
This
And
Fire.
I'm going Metalingus.
Wow.
I love that song, man. I like it more. And it is tails, which means oh wait, shit, they're both 1 seeds. How should I go about this? Should it be the one on top is heads, the one on bottom when you're looking at the bracket is tails?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Metalingus. So no CM Punk final, but he still has a chance to make it as Broken Dreams, the only the only not one seed to make the final four here versus Cult of Personality. I think Cult of Personality.
Yeah, yeah, it's cult of personality.
Great run for Broken Dreams. Ends here in the final four. So your championship matchup, Shane, 2-1 seeds. Metalingus, Cult of Personality.
Cult of personality.
It's Cult of Personality. Absolutely. So that is our bracket. Your winner, Colts of Personality. Second place, silver medal goes to Metalingus. And then Shane, Broken Dreams versus This Fire. What would get bronze for you?
I think this fire would get bronze.
Yeah, it'd be This Fire. So Punk gets first and third. Edge ends up in second place. That was our theme song bracket. I think it'd be fun down the line if we have a free week to do this again and have you seed a bracket. You pick the songs and the seeds and just see how different it would be. But I think Cult of Personality would still be a heavy favorite in any theme song bracket we do. Now on to let's see. I'm trying to get my notes back up here. Give me 1 second. There we go. So now from the theme song bracket, it's tape up the light tubes, take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
There were no events this past week for GCW. They took a week off because they're doing their goddamn Juggalo shit. Because this week,
Yep, they are back on their goddamn Juggalo shit this week.
and I feel like I have gone over the entire card. This is the only thing of the oh my fucking god! What do you mean 20-man battle riot match?
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect from these two companies?
See anything interesting here right now? And I'm seeing Effie versus Willie Mack for the GCW World Title.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Nemeth, Atticus
That's cool.
Cogar. The fact that I
Interesting.
think, unless this is wrong, they threw Drake Younger off the card.
That's funny. Just not to derail GCW corner here, but it doesn't seem like there was much to derail to begin with. Quote from Brian Alvarez here. This was put out as we were recording. There's definitely a rumor going around in WWE about what's going on with Naomi. And like it's being talked about by people there. And if it is, in fact, what's going on, she's going to be out for a long, long time. So it's a very
Who?
ominous message here. Brian Alvarez said this about Naomi. So no idea what that rumor could be. I think I don't want to necessarily speculate, but Alvarez is saying there's a rumor out there that could be the reason Naomi wasn't on Raw last night and could lead to an extended absence by Naomi.
Why not tell us the rumor? My thing. Okay, it's whatever.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't feel like it's his place to say what the rumor is, but he feels like he can tell us there is a rumor.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's basically just saying, hey, she's not injured. It's backstage drama. Is kind of what it sounds like. Is this just a work for Unreal? Probably, yes.
If it is, they're gonna lose the locker room.
Dude, can you imagine if they do like a Jimmy Uso Naomi divorce angle for Unreal? Dude,
They're gonna lose the locker room at some point with that stuff.
Jimmy Uso cheats on her
Where?
with JC Mateo.
Oos. I'm sorry, Oos.
All right. Did you have anything else?
No.
All right. It's time. This is our first ever HDH League week has ended. It was more like a week and a half because we wanted to include SummerSlam in that. And your final tally here for the week. Of course, this is a running score. So it's whoever has the most points at the end of the game period, not whoever wins the most weeks. Winning the most weeks will get you 10 bonus points at the end of the after WrestleMania. But the week to week thing is just for fun to talk about on the podcast. So in third place with 14.9 points is Shane. In second place with 19.5 points is Jolka. And in first place with 43.75 points was me.
The long games, the
I
long season.
crushed you guys this week.
Long
Yeah, it's a
season.
long season, but I came out of the gate and broke both of your knees. Like, that is insane. The week's top scorer was Zack Sabre Jr. with 10 points. So, and then of course, as this is the first week, the standings are me, Joka, and then Shane. So we'll see how the week goes. Are there any moves you would like to make, Shane? Any trade
Yes.
offers? Any free agency moves? What are you thinking here?
I want to put Gunther on my bench,
Okay.
and I'm going
Let's
to
see.
drop zones.
You're going to drop zones. Okay. Gunther, any bench moves we can do off air
Okay.
just to help me keep track of it easier, but you would like to release zones.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Zones,
I
good
like
luck in your future endeavors. And who are you? Any reason that you're dropping zones?
just over the I think she has been in a ton of like not televised matches, so I kind of just want to not have that.
Mm-hmm.
She's young. She might be back. She'll probably be back, but
Yeah.
for now, I'm looking at the 5-star Grand Prix and how it's going on. How I think I want to try to snipe the winner of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick up Bozilla.
Bozilla. All right, getting some muscle on your team. Can respect
Replacing
that.
muscle with more muscle.
Muscle with muscle, yeah. Okay. Let me look at my roster, see if there's anything I'd like to do. We will give Joka an off-air opportunity to do this. But as far as my roster goes, I like what I'm looking at for now. I think I'm gonna keep my. I don't think I'm gonna make any moves right now, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. So we'll move on to our favorite things of the week. Of course, this is where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane will hand out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. And as always, Shane, let's start with the bronze handshake.
I'm gonna give it to the Kyle Fletcher promo.
The Kyle Fletcher promo. Calling out in the New Japan's best.
Yes, I thought it was a great
Honestly,
promo.
he had two pretty good promo segments too. His involvement in that Don Callis painting segment was great, fucking hilarious painting.
Oh, they announced the
Um,
Dynamite for KC.
did they? When is it?
Yeah, uh, October 15th.
Sounds like a great day to go to Kansas City. I got my car back today, so
Okay, so
wrestling
I
is
will
back in my
ask
favor.
after the pod. I will ask
Yeah,
about Friday.
yeah. We'll have to think about it. So my bronze, I'm gonna go with John Moxley versus Mike Bailey. I really liked that match. It was just a good, fun time. So I'm gonna go with Moxley and Bailey. What is the silver handshake?
El Brodito versus Generation Me.
Okay, nice. An ode to PWG is what Brody King called it on Twitter.
Pretty much.
My silver is just everything Stokely Hathaway did this week. Just all of it. Just his whole week. I think the promos, the trios match with FTR, it was all incredible. The short, bald, no hose, incredible line.
Just
So
saying
yeah,
shit.
I'm going with Stokely Hathaway silver. What's the gold handshake?
Jokingly, it is the fact that 01 put on a show that they just aired now.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Don't Lose the Corona Bullying Eradication Charity Pro Wrestling. It happened 3 years ago. It just aired now.
I'm just gonna give it to 01 as a company there for just that. That's great. My gold was Brodito and the Young Bucks. That was a very, very good match. Next up, the lightning round. This is where Shane will give me his excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10. From Dynamite, we have Jon Moxley versus Kevin Knight.
An 8.
I would say like a 7 or an 8. Adam Copeland versus Stokely Hathaway.
10.
Ty Dillinger 10 of the week
Maybe
immediately
even
as soon as it was announced.
maybe even a 12 or a 13.
Yeah, no, this is the Ty Dillinger 10 of the week.
Easily.
I know you don't watch WWE, but if you were watching, since Jolka's not here, DIY versus the Street Profits on SmackDown, what would that be?
Like a 6.
Okay. On Collision, Nigel McGuinness versus Hechicero versus Daniel Garcia versus Lee Moriarty in what they are calling a technical spectacle for the number one contendership to the IWGP World Title.
So 9 out of 10.
This is also a 10 for me. It's not my 10 of the week, but it's also a 10. Who do you want to see win? Rank them in order, 1 through 4, who you would most want to see win to least want to see win. McGuinness, Hechicero, Garcia, Moriarty.
I'm going to
What's the order?
say McGuinness 1, Hechicero 2, Moriarty 3.
Garcia,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I agree 1 and 2, and then I would switch 3 and 4. I'd go Garcia 3, Moriarty 4. But it's close. It's more like McGuinness, Hechicero, bit of a gap, Garcia, Moriarty for me. And then on Raw, Xavier Woods versus Penta. If you were watching WWE, what would be the...
Like a 6.
Yeah, that could be pretty good if given the right time and effort. And then a special one here for coming to us from Pro Wrestling Noah. We have Kenta versus his former tag team partner Naomichi Marufuji for the GHC World Title.
Like a 9, maybe a 10.
Yeah, I would say probably a 9. I don't know, do I still have my Wrestle Universe subscription from when we recorded that show?
You probably should.
I can't remember how long the free trial was. I can't remember if it was just like 2 weeks or if it was a month. I don't remember what it was. And it doesn't look like I have it anymore. Might re-up for that one. That's the kind of thing that might pull me into watching a Noah show. Match recommendation of the week: Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson from ROH Unified in 06. This is, I think, widely regarded their best match. It has the highest Meltzer rating and also the highest cage match rating of any of their matches. So McGuinness, Danielson from Unified. Next week, Forbidden Door predictions. And of course, if you would like to listen to more of us, we have classic reviews. We just put out Noah Departure, New Japan G1 Climax 23 Day 4. That is from 2013. Will go out this Friday. And of course, we have a ton of those from WWE, WCW, ECW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, all over the place, even into some indies like CZW and WXW. So definitely check that out. I forgot to mention in my favorite things, honorable mention to Luke Jacobs versus, I believe it was Ethan Allen. Luke Jacobs versus Ethan Allen. They were supposed to wrestle Manders and Thomas Shire on a Rev Pro show this week, and Thomas Shire and Manders couldn't make it there because of travel issues. So impromptu, they just had them wrestle each other, even though they are the Rev Pro Tag Champions. They wrestled each other one on one and had a great match with like just no time to prep for it. So hats off to them. I thought that was really excellent for for the circumstances. And then yeah, anything else, Shane?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, and don't forget to enjoy wrestling.